Hey Joe, I wanted to share my thoughts on the Marietta kitchen change here. So the first thing is centering this stove. I think works out fine as far as you end up with a 3 foot module on this side and a 3 foot module on this side and a 36-inch cooktop, 36-inch hood. That looks fine. The only functional thing I think is not as good as the original layout is it is moving the stove a little bit closer, to like this dining area slash entertaining area. Um, I tend to prefer it a little bit more this way. Not a big deal. Anyway, that's that wall. Coming over here to this refrigerator move, I definitely like the original location better. You can see when you're sitting here at the counter, you still look straight into this refrigerator. And I actually think it has a bigger presence because you've put it at an angle. So you've got kind of this wall that's not functional at all. It's just a screen wall, however that gets framed out. I started to do it like George's, where we just had, kind of a framed partition, but it got a little weird right here where it, kind of cut back. You end up with this like funny around the corner thing because again, the refrigerator at an angle on this corner, I think is fairly awkward. Anyway, we could finesse it a little bit. This could get a little bigger and come over, but I don't think it changes the awkwardness of it. I think it's better. It just works better in the other location, and I don't think it meets what the client was wanting, which was, to have it not right in front of this um, this thing. So you jump back to this was the original. I just think the refrigerator has less of a presence. I think it just gets much bigger when you flip it diagonally in relationship to this dining room. Anyway, so that's my thought on that wall. I would go back to the original. This is awkward and I don't think looks as good. So jumping over here to the island. So I have a 24-inch dishwasher. I've only got five and change here left over for a little drawer. Might be six. Let's see. Yeah, it's like 5 3/4 of an inch. I made this a 1 inch end piece. It used to be bigger. It used to be kind of like this end where it was just had an architectural uh, larger detail, which was just something I grabbed that had this look of kind of thicker ends. So anyway, it kind of changes that look to make it a little thinner. But that's fine. But we don't have room for a drawer unless we start enlarging this island. So I just drew this line out here, which was kind of the edge of your dining room slash kitchen space, because I feel like once you cross that line, you are starting to get into, feeling like you're getting into this space. So I wouldn't grow that any bigger than that. So we've got 5 inches from there to the end of this. I still think this is getting pretty big, but you could make it like 5 inches bigger. You're getting pretty tight over here, right in front of the stove. We've got 3 foot, not even 3 foot 6. What do we have? We have 3 foot 4 across there. If this was just drawers, I think you could maybe squeeze that to 3 feet. But when you have a work area where you're standing in front of, I think this wants to be like 40 inches or something. So we're already squeezing that, and that's pretty tight for having someone standing here working and squeezing by it. So anyway, I think that leaves us with, you'd have to push the sink off center a little bit to get the dishwasher and a set of drawers here. So anyway, we should talk about that also, because I think this thing gets big if you grew this another 6 7 inches. You got to do the same on the other side to keep it symmetrical. So now we're growing it like 12 14 inches, and I think that's bigger than this space can handle for this island. So anyway, that's where we're at. Let's look at this together and figure out where to go from here. Thanks.